Yo, 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 yo. So I have no idea if the audio is going to be okay, but we'll learn as we go. So I'm here playing Pathologic 3, the new game by Ice Pick Lodge. A little backstory with this series for me. I've played the HD remaster of the original Pathologic, the Bachelor's Route. Couldn't go through with the horror specs or Changeling route, unfortunately. Didn't have the time for it. Watched those, though. Or watched snippets of those. It was a pretty good, or pretty interesting experience. Played Pathologic 2. Absolutely loved it. I think I've played it through maybe 3 or 4 times, both modded and unmodded, on these easiest settings that you could put on there, on the hardest settings you could put on there, and just found it really interesting playing as the Haruspecs, playing as my main man Artemy. So the premise on this one is that it's kind of like a remake or a retelling of the first, or the I should say the Bachelor route from Pathologic 1. I have played the demos for Pathologic 3, both the plain Pathologic 3 demo and the Quarantine Zone demo, so I do know there's a couple of little differences with this game compared to previous ways of how you navigate the town. I do know that there's a bit of a fast travel system now, but I'm interested to see in how it goes, how it's implemented. And it's strange that there isn't any kind of difficulty slider. I'm surprised, but we'll see.
I am Daniel Dankovsky, Bachelor of Medicine. All my life I have been studying death, the greatest boundary holding humanity back. The powers that be were frightened of my search. My lab in the capital was about to be closed. But it cannot be denied that some phenomena might be found only in the strangest, most remote parts of our
cathedral.
Country. Little towns that are yet to be explored by forward-thinking minds. People accept the supposed imminence of death way too easily. We meekly follow our life's path to it, like cattle to the slaughter. But we shouldn't. My search for immortality has brought me rumors of one, Simon Kane, a supposedly immortal man, living in one such town. He might be just the proof all my theories need. The final patient. I need to find him, or else all my life's work is doomed.
Okay, Daniel. Let's see. Getting yelled at to change the resolution. Okay. If I can. $2560 by $1440. Alright, let's see what other settings we can change here. Stream mode on already. I'm not even sure if it's working properly, but we'll see as we go. So here we are back in the town of Gorkon. I'm ready to get her all over again. Let's see what happens. Of course. My luggage was stolen. No choice but to start searching for it, starting where I arrived. I mean, yeah, it's probably a good idea, actually. And let's just take a look. Let's see if who we know. Nobody yet. Okay. Let's see what we bring with us. Two-shot pistol designed by Yokas Dibu. Tiny and non-threatening. I'm saving the last bullet for one particular purpose. Oof. And the freshman's watch. Nika gave this to me on my first day at university. The inscription reads, Ad multos annos. Ad multos annos? Something about many years? I don't know. Don't know Latin, so it's going to be fun pretending to know Latin. Alright, let's get on with it. I say, a living, breathing person stepping off our train? Do you normally only get dead people? Where did you come from? The capital. Daniel Dukonski, Bachelor of Medicine. I am told a supposed immortal man, Simon Kane, lives here. I've come to study him. Right. Do you city folks always take 20 trunks of your shirts with you, or did you manage to cut down to 10, sir? Alright, guy. 8, though I had to sit on the last one. Where can I find a constable? Who do I talk to about recovering my stolen property? It's just kids being kids. No need to be mean to them. I mean, they stole stuff, so... Yeah, what should I thank them? Give them candy? Exactly. If you need your shirt so badly, why don't you go looking for the tots that ran away with them? Just ask nicely. These kids are like magpies. They'll trade your precious linens from the capital back in exchange for bits of colored glass, or even just a story. But whatever you do, don't hurt them. I have plenty of stories to tell, but usually they involve vivisections. I suppose kids do like that sort of thing. Say, is the capital a real place? Ooh, I wish it wasn't. The Canes came from the capital and made our town, but no other real people have come from there ever since. So I was thinking, perhaps Simon Kane simply made up the capital, along with everything else. In a small town like yours, a single individual's authority can grow to be all-encompassing. I assure you, though, Kane did not make up the capital. Reasoning. Sometimes I need to take a step back from the moment and think logically through something. It helps me put the picture together? Doesn't seem like a great translation. Helps me put the pieces of the picture back together? Maybe? Okay. So let's see. This town gave me a warm welcome, didn't it? How am I supposed to research without tools? I might manage to recover something intact along the way. The most important thing in a microscope and the experimental prototype. Yeah. They sound important. So no help at all. Locals treat the children with a strange deference. I'll have to catch the thieves myself. New shoes. May I introduce you to Station Mud? Bromide. Increases inhibition in the cerebral cortex, which is to say, dulls one's brain. Sometimes you need just that. Tell me about it. Hey, eyes on us. The thief's seen us. The thief. Hey, Mr. Thief. Are you for real? Say something in thief speak. What do you mean, Mr. Thief? You're the ones that's stolen my things. Thief! Thief! You stole the train's heart. You did. Just ripped it out and stole it. And now it'll die without a heart. I haven't ripped out anything. Did the train just stop? It did. Doesn't move no more. Not moving means it's dead. You climbed out and it died. That means you killed it. Thiefiest thief. I don't kill. It's the other way around. I save lives. I'm a doctor, and to do my work, I need the instruments you pilfered. What, like a hammer? There are many, but the most important ones are my microscope and my prototype. Forget everything else if you must, but please return those at least. Hey, hold on. No need for all the begging and all the politeness. What did I even do to you anyway? I didn't take nothing. It was all Jechka? I only had the patience for one polite request. I won't repeat it twice. I'll tell Khan on you. He'll go whisper into the tower, and you'll have to walk on your hands and talk backwards and squint your eye like Grandma Agatha. I'm about to start walking on my head without any canes or towers involved. Where are my things? Jechka's taking this heart back to fix the train. That way, to its face. Am I a snitch now, Mr. Thief? No, a snitch is someone who runs off to inform without being asked to do so. You're an honest witness. Yeah, sure. So I guess if I let that fill up, it'll give me more mania. I didn't bring heaps of leaves. Oh. Someone did. Tobacco. Oh, nice. Cigarettes are thought to have a calming effect, but nicotine is in fact a stimulant. Beetle. Some anthropods live forever, others not even a day, but to children, they're all one thing, shiny. And then we have some camphor. Stimulant and rubefescent causes irritation, just like everything else in this damned place. And valerian extract, sedative, sometimes even Bachelor Jankowski drinks the timeless classics. Well, I'm guessing the beetles are going to be for trading. In the previous games, you were able to trade with townspeople, so this is going to probably be like the way you, or one of the many items that you could trade. When I return, there will be a celebration there too. Friends will honor my victory, or enemies will rejoice at the collapse of my endeavors. Amen. The most fragile ones didn't break. I guess that's interesting. Ooh, coffee. Brewing coffee takes too long. Chewing on whole roasted beans, on the other hand, is perfect. Yeah, sure. Ooh, a bullet. Weighs as much as a human life. I don't need these from my pocket debutante pistol. I always keep one last bullet in the chamber. Oh my god. So he's always ready to go. Quite literally always ready to go. But I think the demo covered a lot of that. That there's like a big issue back where he's from in the capital. Most fragile ones didn't break. Yep. Calomel, a universal medicine made of mercury chloride, cures everything minor. It restores the body. Alchemists of old were wise to respect the strange liquid metal. Some ingesting mercury for health? Dubious. So I'm not so sure about this little like line that's coming up, but maybe it's necessary. Ritual costumes. I happen to know that they're herb brides. Ritual costumes, I won't distract them. Hmm. That's my prototype in their hands. They're not bashing against the rocks, at least. Alec. Hey, back off you. Get away from the girls. And from me, too. I ain't afraid of Uncle Rowan when he boozes up. I ain't afraid of you neither. I got a knife. You can't hurt us, got it? Boozes up? What the hell are you talking about? I'm not drunk. Your hands are shaking, and you've got those crazy eyes. Uncle Rowan gets those eyes, too. When he reaches for a second bottle, and the shakes, and then he picks fights. But don't even think about picking a fight with me. I got a real knife, I do. Ooh, I hope Uncle Rowan isn't hitting you. What the hell are you babbling on about? And Jetchka's got one too. We've all got knives, actually. Oof. I get it now. Let me calm down and then we'll talk like normal. Fighting extremes. It's hard for me to talk to people when I'm too apathetic or manic. I'll need to stabilize my condition first. I cannot talk. The world is abuzz with mania. The nervous tension makes me quicker. My state of mind can be changed with drugs. Some make me more apathetic, others more manic. I need to keep an eye on my mental state and supply of drugs. Oof, if only it were that easy. Doesn't even seem like it's that filled, so. Let's use some valerian.
More at ease. More clear.
Seems to work. Nuh-uh, it's quiet. It's dead already. The dead heart keeps beating for 40 days. That's what my mom says. Couldn't have been dead that long. Do it. Tack it on. It won't fit there. It just won't. I told you we should have stuck it in the belly, not the mouth. Life's in the belly. Everybody knows that. Nope. A locomotive's life sitting in front with the driver. That's where the fire is, so the heart should be there too. That's what Boulder told me. What do you have there? Oh, my prototype. Looks like it's still intact. Be gone, vile snake. You killed the other trains, didn't you? It's 'cause of you they don't come to us no more. We were wondering and we didn't know why they kept dying. Got a whole graveyard. They're all rusted up and they can't go anywhere. And it's all because of you. You stole the train's heart for yourself and you carried it away in a suitcase. And now the train's all dead. If the train stopped coming a long time ago, it can't be my fault. I've never been here before, and I'm not very good at stealing hearts. Give yourself some credit, the Bachelor. That's true. Never seen him here before. So he steals hearts from the future, then. You steal hearts from the future, mister? You said yourself the train's heart is at the front. I rode in a carriage in the middle. How could I get to the heart, then? Through the bowels, like all Menku do. You don't get to the heart through the bowels, my young friend. You'll hit quite a different body part first. Without it, the train stopped wailing, stopped moving too. That means it's dead. So this is its heart. Obvious, right? Well, that's a bit simplistic. Response to stimuli is just one characteristic of life. It's not exhaustive. What are the others? Morality? Before, trains came every week. Then it was every 2 weeks. Now it's just every 2 months or less. And they don't ever leave. They just lay there and wait. It's because of the war. Oh, so there's always a war going on. No, it's because they don't love us no more. But if we heal this one, they'll love us again and they'll come back. And bring merengues. Look. My prototype is not the train's heart, and it certainly won't repair it. But it is an interesting thing in itself. So let's make a deal. You give it back, and I'll tell you how it works. I don't know. And there'll be a damsel in the story, in distress, of course. Will she be pretty? Look here, let me take the prototype. I won't run away. I promise. To wind it up, I need to turn this handle clockwise. Whoa.
People, yes. Got skin, covered in skin. That's what they are. People.
Platin, what are you talking about? To prime it, hold this crank and turn it clockwise. Chief, hello? Oh, for crying out loud. Your mind's flown away again. Prime the what now? This morgue is swimming in a gas leak from Lab 102. I heard the alarm. That's right. I pulled the alarm because of the chlorine from Lab 102. Anyway, the crank is stiff, so you have to turn it with some force. Platin, are you crazy? There's a gas leak. What did you call me in here for? We have to seal the morgue and evacuate quickly. No, Danielle. What we have to do is load the prototype you're fiddling with and use it to get into the morgue. A woman rose from the dead in there, and it will be, I think you'll agree, extremely frustrating if she dies again. We must get her out. Let me repeat. We have to get out of here. You're already delirious. I was collecting tissue samples to determine the onset of rigor mortis when I heard a noise. I turned around and, holy smokes! A woman was sitting up in the gurney, stiff as a poker, rasp in her throat. I started toward her, but then I smelled the gas and pulled the alarm lever. Chlorine isn't known for bringing back the dead, but if the... yeah, quite the opposite, in fact. But if the woman was brought here by mistake, alive, perhaps the gas could have irritated her mucous membranes enough to wake her. Chief, you're braiding another one of your chains of hypotheticals. We need practical observations. Pull out the patient, then write out the monograph, not the other way around. So then why didn't you run in? You're right. Tell me what I should do with this device, this prototype, I think you called it. I've already told you, but fine, let's go over this again. You're holding an experimental prototype meant to dissipate tuberculosis miasma. Remember the consumption task force? Kaufman, Grosky, Anna Stein? Of course I remember. In the wake of Bazen, I don't know, they were commissioned to make a device to dissipate miasma, but I believe it was meant for something other than tuberculosis. This magnificent gizmo disperses an aerosol disinfectant. First you load the prototype. There's bottles of solution in the beige cabinet. Best set it on the table while you load it. You can't do it while you're holding it. I wonder if this will work against chlorine, though considering it was designed for mustard gas. Oh, lower drop. Mustard gas exists in this world. Great. Next you wind the prototype up. To prime it, you hold this crank here and turn it clockwise. This crank is stiff, right? So I have to turn it with some force. How did you guess? And then I just release the contents into the gas? Correct. Wind up the crank, then release. The gas should dissipate, theoretically. Wind, release, dissipate. Repeat until you reach our resurrectee. Just remember, the chlorine will keep coming while our supply of solution is finite. Just try to be as efficient as possible, Chief. And what about the deceased woman? Where is she now and in what state? The formerly deceased woman, Chief. Before the gas became too thick to see through, she was sitting on a gurney at the opposite end of the morgue. From there, I know as little as you do. She may have gone back to being deceased. Or you may have altogether hallucinated her. You inhaled enough by then, but there's only one way to find out. The longer I hold the crank, the stronger the effect. Clears the miasma in front of it. The one load is only good, or one load is good for 20 uses. To load the prototype, I need a stimulant, an anesthetic, and a toxin. They should be in here, in those beige cabinets. Add the ingredients one by one into the setup and heat it up. Should be enough for 20 uses. Before you can use the prototype, you can need to load it. Yeah. cool. Okay. Solution consists of 3 ingredients. Okay. Need to put the items in the slots. Fair enough. So I'm going to be probably finding these throughout the playthrough, or making them, I imagine. Should be good for a little while longer.
A little birdie hops along the path of doom, yet sings its song.
Are you in the play too? Hold to charge, release when the pendulum stops. Okay. 19. Interesting that they're using this sound effect because it's like the plague noise from Patho 2. Made it to the chair on our own, no convulsions, spontaneous resurrection, or another mistake. Are you death? You have death's eyes. Give me your hand, talking to wait. At the end of a tunnel, there's a second tunnel. Can you hear me? Focus on me. Hold on to my voice. Try to stay awake. We saved a life. Or not. Whichever. At the end of the tunnel, there's a second tunnel. What does that mean? It means that when you die, there's neither life nor death, but something else entirely. Like a coin falling on its edge? Or a Mobius strip. You shouldn't concern yourself with such things, though. Can I have my prototype back? Take it. It spins all boring, clockwise only. Grandpa Simon has clocks that spin every which way. Besides, the train's already dead. Couldn't save it in time. Look! It's blowing its whistle, still smoking. That's as alive as it gets. I'm sick of this game. Go away. We're gonna go play the cat in an old hat. We still have time before the sun sets. Hold on, wait. What about my microscope? I'll trade you another tail for it. We didn't take your microscope. Where is it then? If the prototype is in my right hand, the microscope is in my left. I cannot collect data without it. The dogheads must have taken it. Khan and Notkin got a deal. All the war spoils get split down the middle. They don't care about hearts, not in any of their many faces. Why would they need another one? What does your microscope do? Is it alive? Could say this, but I kind of know who these people are already from previous. A microscope is kind of a metallic pipe fitted with lenses. You use it to look at small objects, and it makes them large in detail. Oh, a kaleidoscope to look at the colorful town. You can do it like Capella? You know the word kaleidoscope? Oh, and defenestration. Mr. Marak used it when Foreman Yun threw Uncle Ronan out the window. So as it stands, you pass my belongings along to some other gang, and I need to go get them to get my microscope back. Am I right? Khan must have given it to Capella as a gift. Are you stupid? She hates kaleidoscopes after what happened to that stained glass. No, Khan wouldn't have given it to her. There's something that changes things when you look at it. He must have given it to Grandpa Simon. Grandpa Simon loves things like that. Khan wouldn't have given it to anyone. Not before he looks at it himself, or after either. But he's honest, even if he's wicked. Honest and wicked, what a good combo. He'd give it back to the owner if you found him in town. He'll deal fair. Where can I find him? Well, if they brought your micro kaleidoscope into the polyhedron, you won't see it again. No use there. Try the stairways to heaven. The dogheads like them. They look like polyhedron. There's one right here in the maw. You know, after this conversation with its capellas, cons, polyhedrons, I'm beginning to see the shape of the world you live in. It sounds complicated, but it can't be worse than human anatomy, can it? Lost the microscope. I'll have to search the town for it. Not the guided tour I hoped for. There's no way back. My salvation lies ahead, as do my belongings. Enebi Besheb. Orbis mirabilium plenices. Go away, Snake Man. You've got sharp heels. Sure. What's with your face? Looks more like a congenital disease than an injury. We are worms. We live in the earth. Cattle. We herd. Herbs we gather. Injuries we inflict. It seems truly peculiar phenomena still exists in the four corners of our country. That's... Lumpy Man. I've heard of an elephant man. Is this the worm man then? I've only seen such poor disfigured creatures in an anatomical theater. Oof. I mean, I'm kind of used to them from previous games, but yeah, they are kind of weird, aren't they? It smells of rotting soil. They look like they're strong. Like really strong. Ruh-roh. Jacob. Keurig. And what was his name? Bertrand. He's such a harmless fellow he was. Never hurt a fly in his life, and the Ripper slashed into ribbons like the rest of them anyway. The brute. We must give these unfortunate souls the proper burial they deserve. Then find the Ripper and give him a burial befitting a beast. Kuliki. Gunud. Do not act rashly. Give Keurig to me. I'll pay you back in kind and herbs and blood. Now, I know this is supposed to be like similar to like Mongolian languages, like throat stuff, but yeah, I can't do this any justice. Kulhi. What do you mean, give Keurig to you? You want to take the corpse? You crazy? What are you looking at her for? Are you even speaking to her? Begone, witch. Buyante, do not speak to me, stranger. I've come begging for food to give Suok. Begging for tears to give Mother Boro. I speak to the blood of Erder of our town. You are not our blood. My eyes do not see you, stranger. My ears do not hear you. What happened here? Rippers come to town. The father killer, Burrach. He always was a wild one, but when Marashabak lay with him in the steppe and whispered things into his ear to make him water the earth with blood, as soon as he got off the train, he went on his murder spree. He killed Jacobster. He killed Keurig. He killed the harmless birdie. He's a monster. I thought I'd come alone, or almost alone, but I definitely don't recall a Mad Ripper on the train with me. He arrived on the freight train, took the back door, like a thief in the night. That freight train was bringing medicine, sweets, and coffins. So the Ripper must have hid away in a coffin, or else Shabnak would have torn him apart in the steppe. But you just said Shabnak copulated with him, but now he's hiding from her in a coffin? Only 2 sentences into this conversation, I already want to shoot myself. Buyante, hear me out, blood of my ardor. Suok seems of a fierceness, a sharpness inside the one you call Keurig. Give his body to me. He is dead to you anyway. You will bury him, and you will rot away until nothing is left. I will bury him, and Suak will eat him, and drink his savagery and his sting. And sing in Ubhenne Dun, an herb song in gratitude. She'll give us twire, and will brew us lots of twiring. She will give us ashen swish, the harshest of herbs. Be Klehenleneb. Ashen swish is a cruel herb, a bad herb. It thrives on blood and spite. Suak sings that we need plenty of swish soon. Yours is a burial into emptiness, but mine will be a burial into Suak's womb. I'm at your feet, Hayan Kunud. Good people, give me the one you call Kirik. Should we give her the body maybe? He didn't seem to have any family, and without them in the picture, I guess it doesn't matter if we bury him or the kin do. Who knows? Suppose we do get a great crop of twire. Our corpses use as fertilizer often around these parts. But they aren't just going to use him. They'll desecrate him until not even Shabnak can recognize what's left. And that's what you're doing. Oh, that's what you're doing to do? That's what you're going to do, isn't it? Or maybe doing to do. Maybe. Isn't it, step girl? Say it, and don't you dare try to lie to us. I am at your feet, Hang Kunud, good people. I promise there will be no desecration. We will take his name so that it holds his sharpness no longer, and we will lower him into Suak's womb. Everyone will forget him, forget the wicked murderer Kirik, and only Ashen Swish will remain. I knew there was a catch, wicked or not. You can't just bury a person without their name. Everyone has a right to be remembered, if nothing else. But he really was a wicked man. The rare time someone remembers him at all, they never have anything good to say. Perhaps it's for the best if everyone forgets him. What an ethnographic gold mine you've got here. It's a shame I'm not an anthropologist. Let's hand over the body. I'd rather avoid a falling out with the kin. It will only lead to more trouble down the line. What do you think, stranger? You look important. Maybe you have some brains to back it up? The body of a victim who met a violent end must be withheld for the purposes of a forensic investigation, even if a beautiful young woman asks otherwise. Oh, bachelor. Death came to this town today, such great death, the likes of which has never been seen before. Today will be a fearsome day, tomorrow even more so. On the third day, fear itself will die, and without Ashen Swish, we will die too. I have to say, all these prophecies are making me uneasy. A murderer came to town alongside me. Luckily, I'm prepared to fight death in all its guises. Yeah. The locals believe in Shabnak, a murderous step golem in the guise of a woman. It's like I stepped out of time, not just traveled far from home. A lot of talking in this one early on. Whoa, schizophrenia simulator? The locals believe in Shabnak, a murderous step golem in the guise of a woman. It's like I've stepped out of time, not just traveled far from home. Oh man. Can't get over there yet. Maybe later. Never seen the town portrayed this like brightly and colorfully, and with trees no less. Can never have too many coffins, that's for sure. Birdie birdies, gather ye here around the marble nest. They've imported here? Why? I suppose there aren't many trees in the steppe. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, yeah, I mean, maybe those are the only trees that grow. Oh, wait, no. Yeah, they gotta save their lumber for other things. Oh, Grief, you son of a bitch. What are you doing here?
I've heard of this love thing, all right. Never seen it, though.
Would you look at that? A customer. Keep walking, customer. This shop's appointment only, and I don't recall your name on the list. You two on a date? Sorry to intrude. We might be, yeah, so quit the intruding, pal. Enough jokes. It's just we've got plenty of shops in town, but Grief can get it for you wholesale. Just look at these boots he snagged. Scarlet. They're pretty. Are they from the capital? From a coffin. A coffin's the best when you need a chest. A checkpoint guard wouldn't dare open it up out of respect. It's inhumane. Meanwhile, it's overflowing with 100 pairs of scarlet Stefano leather boots, tax and duty-free. Stefano leather. Those are bog standard military boots that have been dyed wrong. You a tax inspector? I can't imagine a duller job. Keep your nose out of other people's coffins then. When someone goes in, who knows what happens? Maybe they never died. Maybe they never existed at all. Do what you want, but these boots are no Stefano leather. Oh, Grief. I despise hustlers and courtroom vultures. One Grief. The Academy adores them. Yeah, well. Expect the unexpected when it comes to the town on Gorkon. Oh, cool. The clock matches the clock on the upper right. I mean, small detail, but it's kind of cool that it works that way. Mine is affected by interactions with specific options. They are easy to spot if you enter concentration mode. I mean, I've been spamming that the whole time, but I think I remember that for the demo. Metagaming. Strong, foul, stinking tobacco, while in the capital, decadence, smoke belladonna. Yeah, well, they're real men smoking ciggies. In the capital, they block roads for ministers, dignitaries fear assassination attempts, while a patient dies in a sanitary mortar. I mean, good to know. Adults have bulls, children have rats. Though I've read about these little marmots, step carriers of contagion. Music went loud? What are you, creeping? Fear mixed with curiosity. Townsfolk aren't used to such spectacles. Or vaccines derived from vaca, meaning cow. You brought us medicine on your horns and paid with it for it with your lives. Uh-oh. Schizomancy. They've tried ribbons all over town and incense burns everywhere. Or they've tried ribbons all over the town. What a celebration. Or is this just what the steppe smells like? What a cow shit? Wreaths, huh? Such beautiful movements. Hey man. My eyes touch you, beholder. What was that? I just saw some sort of... What did you see, beholder? I saw rot and plague miasma spreading from a carcass, and a sanitation squad burning it with fire. That was tomorrow. That will be yesterday. Were those anxiety-induced visions of a terrible future? Perhaps. Thank you for your vision, beholder. You see more widely than others. We will remember this. If you see something else unexpected, don't be afraid. It's just the eyes adjusting to our current time and place. Oh, I wish my eyes could adjust to this sentence. Adjusting to our current place and time. Keep moving forward. Yeah, we'll spout some nonsense. Literae non dant panem, sed appudunt mundum. Yes, I speak Latin. Uh-oh. I'm simply adjusting to the climate. I just imagined... Why is she drawing my thoughts? Yeah, it looks like my thoughts too. Can she see the dead guy that I just saw? Highly interpretive, I see. You okay? Bachelor's losing it. Perfectly healthy children. What Delvery am I imagining? An unbearably melancholy, drawn-out creak. We jest, but the anguish keeps growing. Oh, Mark. Hey.
The show must go off.
Go off? Not go on? Ah, there you are, finally. I thought you'd forgotten our agreement. I hope you're ready. Have you memorized your lines? Sure. Of course I did. I always have 2 or 3 lines ready in my mind, and I choose one before responding. Yeah, just like the game I'm playing. I take no joy in seeing another player who likes to improvise. Your change is but to read lines and not invent them. Wait, is this really the guy? Looks about the same, but the outfit's all wrong. Did our guy wear a coat? This costume is more suited to an antagonist. I'm more of an anti-hero than an antagonist. I presume you know the difference. I'm gonna play it like, you know, obviously I've been here before from the previous games. And I'm sure Mark Immortal is also aware of all this. That makes you an ideal candidate for anti-production. I am Mark Immortal, director of the local theater. And you are? Daniel Dolkovsky, doctor, just arrived from the capital. #1 bachelor. Magnifico! You see, the actor we've been waiting an eternity for has decided to sabotage the rehearsal. You would do us a massive, titanic favor by replacing him, even if just for a little while. Of course, I'd be delighted to. I've dreamt of acting on a stage since I was a boy. What must I do? Ah, perfecto. It is simple and indeed natural. You need only to react to your colleagues' lines and thus create a scene of unbearable dramatic tension. Our performance is quite simple. The main character has just arrived in a remote town and, quite accidentally, stumbled into a curious rehearsal in which his fate will be decided. Who knows, perhaps he'll die at the end. I am ready. Is that all you have to say? Why do you stare like that? I see it in his eyes. His mind is looking for a line to mumble. I say we start the scene with a backhand across your face. I say, again, he is no leading man. He is unfit to even play a villain. At best, a background player, a body, standing there to fill the stage. It is the steps healer's son who ought to take that role, or that young girl who crawled out of her grave. They have such pathos and such verve. What does this one have? A coat. So, hair respects, and then the changeling, huh? I see you are awed by my coat. It is perfectly understandable, but envy is a low sentiment. Quod erat demonstrandum. The code is put a prop. Beneath it, who are you? Do you want to switch? I'll take your mask and black leotard, and you can wear the coat. Sounds good? You don't quite grasp who you're speaking to. There's no face beneath the mask. It is only my only skin. Upon this stage, I play a special role, the walking shadow of the slain, a specter of regret and words still left unsaid. My, it's too pretentious by half, isn't it? And that is the heart of our play. Our main character, a doctor and a skeptic, encounters the unknown for the first time. He built his whole life around empiricism and scientific inquiry. What will he do when death addresses him directly? But this isn't literal, right? A hero in a play speaking to death or the dead is usually a metaphor, an illustration of his thought process. Well, if that makes it easier for you, we'll say it's a metaphor. Play it ambiguously. Leave the audience guessing. But wait, I don't... Oh, he's breaking. I don't want to be a metaphor. I was promised I'd be a true voice of the dead. What kind of spoil sport ruins a play like this? I told you couldn't hack it. That's it. I'm out. Metaphor. Pfft. I'm confused. Are we still acting, or is he actually offended? Of course we're acting. You have aptly grasped the key to this play. It is all a game. You're free to go, but remember, the game doesn't end until I say so. Oh, Mark. But Mr. Director, are you certain we've chosen the right protagonist? The rules of drama clearly state that the hero must experience death and resurrection, yet he's stuck in the prologue. Hear that? You're being reprimanded for letting the pace of the narrative slip. Not my opinion, you understand, but the audience attention is starting to flag. Sorry. Well then, go on and prove we weren't mistaken about you. I'll do my best. Theater is such a relic of the past. Cinema is the real future of art. So Daniel is a fan of cinema, huh? Oh no, the big city immersive theater and fourth wall breaking gimmicks have infiltrated this place as well. One aspect of progress I've hoped to escape. Town lives on imports. Oh, that's Grief's thing. Yeah, but now we have Mark. Oh, it doesn't show him. It really is a prologue, truly. Impossible geometry. Yeah, but I'm already aware of it. I found what looks like a stairway leading towards the heavens. How does it stay upright? I hope the children who stole my microscope are there. Danielle. Clearly it's supported. I mean, come on. Anyone can see that these are load-bearing beams. It's all an illusion. There's a wall painted right here. Should probably talk to you first. If you could travel through time, would you go to the future or the past? The past. 10 years ago, maybe, when everything could have been prevented. Grandpa Simon used to say that there are days like hopscotch. Usually they go one after the other, but sometimes there's two side by side, and sometimes you have to jump backwards. Does Simon Kane know many games? He's only grown up who gets games. Everyone thinks they're just silly things for kids, just running around and scoring a point. But Grandpa Simon knows how games should be. I bet he could even enter the polyhedron. Whatever that thing is, I've been told I'll never see inside it. My place is with earthly matters, apparently. Answer me. Did you steal my microscope? Oh, I did. Yeah. But I gave it to Phil. He's over there, on the stairway. That's funny. Phil, and all this shit going on. All these names and people, and then it's just, yeah, it's Phil. Do you mind if I go up? Sure, but if it falls, I won't be the one nursing you back to health. Medice curatis ipsum. Doctor, cure thyself? I don't know. Ooh, stuff. What an impossible construction. Why doesn't it fall? Why don't I fall? I advise myself not to look up, down. Yeah, I would probably get vertigo in a thing like this. Well, what is it? Can you see the future? Let me look too. Gimme, gimme. Wait your turn, Pipsqueak. Just let me take one look and then I'll give it back. Ew, there's a bunch of bugs and little hairs. Doesn't look like much of a future. Why are you using your dog's eye to look? You're not an animal, you know. Yeah, but an animal might see further, though. Need some help, kids? I can teach you how to use this thing. Here, let me show you. Oh, hey, it's you. Hey, your thingamajig's busted. It doesn't show anything. It's just some bugs and weird little hairs. Maybe it is the future? Like, in many, many years, nothing will remain on us on Earth but bugs and hair? It's very sad if you think about it. It only shows bugs and hairs because you're pointing it at bugs and hairs. See all these different glass pieces inside? Glass like this shows the future when you look through it. Everyone knows that. Grandpa Simon loved making all sorts of things with glass. I've only seen thingamajigs like this at his place. Why did you steal it from Grandpa Simon? Ya bastard. That's why he stole it back from you. It's called justice. It's my microscope. I brought it with me from the capital, and you stole it from my luggage. That's called theft. What? You don't know, mister. He doesn't know. Spit it out, you monster. Where did you get this imaging from? What did you do to Simon? It was you, wasn't it? Wasn't it? Calm down, boy. Please don't shout. What's going on? What don't I know? Just give him back the thingamajig and let him go on his merry way. It's broken anyhow. I can't see the future at all. No, 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 no. Grandpa Simon taught us what doesn't take effort doesn't deserve effort. If we just give it back the thingamajig, there's no effort in that. I can give you a cuff on the head for it. Oh, no, 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 no. I'm not going to threaten them. I have a pocket watch on a chain, and it definitely shows the future. Let's make a deal. Come on, let's see it. Oh, nice. And how does it show the future? With this, you'll always know what time it is, so you'll always know what time it will be in an hour, or 2, or even 3, which means you know the future. Oh, you're clever, mister. All right, give us your watch, but show us how your thingamajig works, will ya? I'm still curious. First, the trade. The watch for the for the microscope. Then I'll show you. Trade an item, I need to put it in the barter slot. If I want something, I need to give something in return. I could do this by putting items in the cells. People won't agree to a trade if I offer items less valuable than whatever I'm asking for. Fair and square. Okay. A microscope for a watch. For my watch. Isn't life grand? Thanks, Phil. 2 weeks ago.
I'll follow you through hell, but not high water. If it gets to high water, that's on you.
You got it, babe. Please hold on a little longer. Even after the inhalation therapy, the swelling won't go down immediately. Chief, finally, where have you been? The woman you rescued from the morgue is conscious, but she might not stay that way. She's still very weak. It's amazing that she's still standing at all with the amount of gas she inhaled. Step aside with me for a moment, Chief. I checked the morgue records. A body matching her description was declared dead last night. It could be a coroner's... oh my god. It could be a coroner's oversight or a bureaucratic error. People make mistakes all the time, like I did right there. This doesn't prove anything. I'm not claiming it does, but imagine for a second. No, let's stick to the facts. I spoke to the orderly on duty last night. He also confirms that our subject showed no signs of life. And Platten himself was there when she woke up. Our subject, slow down, Seraphina. Slow down, Seraphima. We don't yet have proof she meets the Natika's criteria. We can't miss this opportunity. Unfortunately, the subject is having trouble speaking. All that time in the gas has weakened her voice. I've rinsed her mucous membranes and performed inhalation therapy, but you understand, I can't conduct an extensive interview. Shame. A first-hand account could point us in the right direction, but there's always a physical examination or taking a sample. Or an examination of her personal belongings. She came into the morgue with some items, though I haven't had a chance to go through them myself. I left them on the table by the back entrance. Will you take a look, Chief? Perhaps there's a clue. Ma'am, would you allow us to examine your things? Oh, okay. Hello, do you remember me? I'm the Bachelor of Medicine, Daniel Dakovsky, head of the Thanatica Laboratory. Last night I saved you from the site of a serious gas leak. Damn, she's wrecked. The man with death's eyes. My eyes were affected by the gas leak, yours were, but at least you remember something. I died, tunnel after tunnel. Allow me to take a blood sample. Perhaps a microscope can give us some clarity. Disease affects various bodily systems. The microscope helps identify which organ is infected. Tissue samples are placed on glass slides. The assistant ensures that slides are sufficiently supplied. Alright, give me that blood, please. I can study the collected samples under the microscope. To perform the test, I need reagents. The doctor themselves is in charge of their supply. It ain't cheap being a doctor, is it? So adjust the magnification to find red bacteria in the sample. To adjust focus, it'll allow me to see the bacteria better. Lifespan of a culture is limited. I must act quickly. A dead sample is useless. Cool. Hello? Where are the red cells? Huh? Organ is affected. A pathogen has been found. Okay. A fearless heart to see things through. Glasses without diopters to look older. Oh, okay. I'd leave Thanatica to her in a heartbeat. I already have. She has a terminal illness. Okay. Breathing's a bit easier, but talking is still You can stay quiet for now. I just need to examine you. Oof. Alright, let's see what's going on. Pale and gaunt, looks exhausted. It's no wonder her blood sample points to leukemia. The skin here is seriously damaged. I suspect it's due to her contact with the gas. Likely the same for her red eyes and mucosal burns. Mucosal burns. I'm not a doctor, I just pretend to be one on TV. Oof. The skin here is seriously damaged, but I suspect it's due to her contact with the gas. What's this? Bruising, redness, a rough injection? Seems like she had an allergic reaction. Bruising from repeated injections, the consequences of attempted resurrection, or the result of trying to cure leukemia. Oof. Her skin here is seriously damaged. Yep. Oh, those are some realistic looking welts. Are Lazarus's personal effects from the morgue. Herbs, not a bouquet, looks medicinal. Self-medication with folk remedies. Papers, they look official. description of the treatments is vague, something about novel drugs. 2 rings, obviously a pair. Jilted fiance. Morphine, tourniquet. Chronic morphine addict or suffered from severe pain from leukemia treatments. Together with the examination and test, the picture is more or less complete. Our miraculously resurrected woman has late-stage leukemia and injection marks on her body. Apparent death, reaction to experimental drug. Lab got scared, didn't sort it out. Seraphima waits, and our subject needs rest. Time to come up with a diagnosis, even if it's preliminary. Yeah.
Enough? No, not enough. Never enough.
The bitrate's probably really bad, but I'll try to see if I can fix it in other streams. So, Chief, have you shed any light on the case? I'm loath to jump to conclusions, but could Fanatica have discovered some genuine phenomena? She was in trial for a new drug. I'm not sure our colleagues will disclose their experiment, but I guess anaphylaxis, an acute allergic reaction, and you end up in the morgue. I suppose so, but how do we explain the most astonishing part, the resurrection? Why did a gas leak revive the subject? Did you see the bruised injection site? Adrenaline. Someone tried to restart her heart with too small a dose. Gas leaked, and the body released the adrenaline that it was missing. So you think it was a mistake? The subject ended up in the morgue due to the negligence? She wasn't actually dead yet, and by coincidence, an unaccounted for factor revived her? Yeah, I don't think we don't have a Jesus moment here. Is that disappointment I hear? It's unjustified. For example, adrenaline as an emergency tool is promising from a scientific point of view. The research will one day bear fruit. Yeah. So does that mean she wasn't dead after all? And all the others we try to find too. As of right now, spontaneous resurrection appears to be nothing but fiction. Then what's your microscope even for? It doesn't show the future, it doesn't raise the dead, it's just a toy, really. Sometimes I ask myself the same question. Alright, if we can't see the future in that glass, then we're off. We've got important things to do after all. Sensible approach. Precious time shouldn't be wasted. Yeah. Winters live on your fingernails, as Seraphima says. Do they? Ah, the old town. Instrument for journeys into the world of microorganisms. Yeah. A toy.
Enough.
Oh.
Why are you drowning me in details, Bachelor? Street kids stealing your microscope is an amusing anecdote, but it's not the crime we sat down to discuss 2 hours ago.
What in the world? Why is this glowing? Inspector of the Special Committee. He was sent to investigate the case of my criminal negligence. Supposedly, I didn't save the town in the east of their country where a plague broke out. I didn't even try, apparently. He is my enemy.
Homo homini hostis est.
What'd you call me? Enough. Why are you drowning me in details, Bachelor? Street kids stealing your microscope is an amusing anecdote, but it's not the crime we sat down to discuss 2 hours ago. 2 hours and 15 minutes ago, to be exact. Focus. I'm only interested in what's important. I just wanted to recount everything in order from beginning to end. The beginning doesn't interest me. The beginning doesn't interest me. My concern is the ending, the result, the finale. As for your backstory, your genesis, all of that is in the case file. Shall we review it? Yes, please. I'm curious as to what it contains. Let's see. Where was it? Ah, yes. The ministerial inspection of your lab, Fanatica, began in early September. Everything good happens in September. Your presence was required at all times. Instead, you dashed off across the country to a backwater town to bring back what might be described as, yes, an immortal man. Let's set aside your fantasies for a moment. The important part is that you fled from the investigation, and this town had an outbreak of some fever the scientific community had no knowledge of. As luck would have it, you were the only medical professional on site. Accurate so far? I didn't flee. Proof of human immortality was the only chance to save the Netica. On the third day, the town's leaders gathered in the town hall to form an emergency command to fight the epidemic. And what was Daniel Denkovsky, who was, I repeat, the only qualified specialist in town doing that day? What's that? Your lip is trembling. Did I unsettle you? My shame isn't your concern. You're right to feel ashamed. Instead of fulfilling your Hippocratic oath and leading the fight against the plague, you were engaged in what? Come on, don't look at the table. My eyes are up here. I know where you're going with this, Inspector. It says I tried to flee the town. On the fourth day, the town lost its water supply. They required a hospital, but one person who could set it up. What was he doing? Tell me, Denkovsky. Where did you spend the fourth and fifth days? Nonsense. Utter nonsense. It wasn't like that at all. Come to the evening of the fourth day, the doctor from the capital attempted to flee the dying town on a cargo train, like a rat. He was caught and jailed, and there he remained as the plague ravaged the town. I admit, I find even the act of reading about it repugnant. I won't lie, I consider escape, not flight. Fanatica was in the process of being destroyed back in the capital. You considered escape to avoid facing a painful truth. When I came to town, I found that Simon Kane, the immortal man on whom I pinned all my hopes, was dead. Ooh. Nice hair, Bachelor. But when the epidemic began, you could have saved others. You're a doctor. You swore an oath. Why did you abandon the ordinary townsfolk? Simon Kane's nature, the mystery of his immortality and death, that's the most important thing that happened in this little town, and to me. But I can't just relay it to you. To understand, one must immerse themselves in the details, taking the full picture. Simon Kane's death is the primary concern, not the deaths of tens of thousands, but one fantastical old man? Oh my, Bachelor. Oh my. No, you're twisting it. You're rewinding the past. But you kind of just implied. Where did I lie exactly? Point it out. Everywhere. About the emergency command, the escape, the hospital. The only thing you got right was the reason I came to the town in the first place. Then tell me your version of events. How did it all happen? No tricks. Leave aside your stories of children and microscopes. I'm tired of repeating myself. I'm interested in the ending, not the beginning. Do you also read books backward? You'll recount everything in whatever order I tell you to. Oh boy. You're a bad boy, aren't you? On the sixth day, the plague destroyed the town. So, if you would be so kind, whatever, explain to me, what were you doing on the fifth day? Were you really so indifferent to the plights of the people around you? I do remember there being 12 days in the original. The town couldn't have perished on the 6th day. I was there for the 12th. There's an error in your report. You disappoint me, Bachelor. I'll ask again. On the 5th day of the town, what were you doing? The 5th day. Let me think. Am I supposed to be able to interact with that note that's glowing? Who knows? Oh my. Seems okay. Not too bad. Ruh-roh. Yeah. So we are in jail. So he wasn't lying that we were in jail on the 5th day? That's odd. Or maybe he's right and we'll figure out something else that's happening. So I'll take a break here, and then check over the stream and see if it actually worked. It was kind of technically my first stream, so we'll see if it looks okay or if it looks like crap, and if there's anything I could do to fine-tune it and fine-tune the audio as well. So like a ton of reading of this compared to like 2, but not as much walking as 1. Ha ha ha. Anyway, so yeah, thanks for watching if you do watch this, and see you in the next one.